皆さん、こんにちは。大谷翔平ストーリーです。最速160キロを超えるストレートと魔球スイーパーで相手打線をねじ伏せ、エースの貫禄を見せつけます。さらに、バッターボックス。自らのバットで3安打2四球と絶好調です。味方の打線援護もあり、7対0の圧勝。投げては抑え、打っては決める。まさに全米を震撼させる異次元の二刀流。サイ・ヤング賞に頭一つリードしている大谷翔平の伝説 6.4 で部分をご覧ください。
Well, we said earlier, use all of his pitches. We know the fastball is devastating. He was utilizing that as well, especially on the arm side. We're going to go to the K zone and look how he was putting guys away. And it was a mix of his pitches. He had the fastball working. You always have to be aware of that. Oh, why? Because it's about 98 to 99 miles an hour. There, top of the zone, get the swing and miss. Then he gets a slider right underneath the hand. I mean, that is just devastating. That glove side slider is just nasty, but hitting the corner. But that pitch right there, you got the one that's up in the zone on the arm side. He was able to control that a few times in this game. And then you get the big 12-6 that freezes you. The fastball down. Why? Because you need a ground ball to get out of the inning. Help yourself out. Location with the fastball, executing all of his pitches was excellent today.
Obviously, he could throw any pitch at any time. 100 miles an hour, throw that slow breaking ball, has a nasty sweeper. There's that breaking ball. I think it was Waldenschmidt. He made that slow breaking ball. He had some swag. We go back and look at that. Drops that. You go, yeah.
Wouldn't you if you dropped that on somebody?
Yeah, you see that thing while he's around the mound there. He is so difficult. And here's the thing, and we say this a lot, especially this season. Him not pitching and having just a full year hitting obviously helped him from the hitting side. But I think it really helped him from the pitching side understand, you know what, if I can reshape certain breaking balls, use a variety of pitches, throw it at any count, that would drive me nuts as a hitter. I'm going to do that to hitters when I get back on the mound. He is doing just that, and that's why he's been so dominant.
Yeah, some of those guys go back to the dugout and they'll ask, what's working tonight?
Everything.
And in the field, everything. For the last couple of starts.
ストレートは感触の2投間で結構良くなってるんじゃないですかね。
前回よりは良かったかなとは思います。すごく良かったかちょっとわからないですけど、もう一度振り返りながら前回よりは確実に良かったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
Yeah, today was definitely a lot better than last time. Hard to say if today was really good. I have to look back and just kind of see how it, just review it. But what I could tell for sure is it's better than last time. その違いは何か前回と比べて。
最初に動き方の違いかなとは、ブルペンから良かったですし、1週間の中での修正っていうのがしっかりできたのかなと思ってます。
Yeah, I just moved well. Moved well overall. From the bullpen, pre-game bullpen, I felt pretty good.
Batting average, 941 OPS, and an 0.74 ERA. Nobody's ever done that before. What do you think of that?
900 OPS 防御率1点以下誰も成し遂げてませんがどう思いますか？
そうです。数字のバランス的には非常に、特に OPS に関しては上がってきているのはいいことですし、少しその出塁寄りにOBP 寄りにちょっと偏っているなんていうんですかね、数字ではありますけど、もう少し長打率が高くなってくればよりベストかなと思ってます。
Yeah, I'm happy that the OPS is going up. I think I'm a little bit more walk-oriented. I want to make sure that my slug gets up.
How challenging was it tonight being on base so often and having energy to pitch as well?
ベース出塁し何回も出てましたけども、エネルギーのところで失敗しているところありましたが。
そうです。マウンドの方がちょっと熱くは感じたので、でも打席も集中しながら、フォアボールも取って、それが点につながっていくっていうことはそれだけピッチングの面でも助けにはなるので、多くの点を取れるっていうことはそれだけ自分にとってもベストなことではあるので、いいアットバットだったなと思ってます。
I felt hot on the mound overall. I was on the bases a lot, walked a lot, but for me it does help to have more runs. It helps on the pitching side, so I was happy with that.
Shohei Ohtani picks up his 6th win of the season. Now he's thrown 61 innings. The ERA, 0.74. And the WHIP, 0.79. opponents just hitting a .144 against him. You see the 67 strikeouts and 6 more shutout innings tonight from him, Jerry. And they were stress-free innings from Shohei. Just didn't have a lot of traffic on the bases at all.
I know we kind of chuckled during the pregame show. He had 6 no-hit innings his last time out, but he kind of struggled. He struggled with command. At times, the velocity was up and down. Tonight, we talk about on cruise control. He made it a point. He was going to come out here, attack the strike zone, and make sure all his pitches were working. When Shohei Ohtani is using that fastball effectively, dropping down that breaking ball, 3 or 4 different shapes of the breaking ball to go along with that split at times, he is so difficult to deal with. And he understands that. That's why he was so frustrated his last start, because he really didn't give himself a chance. He was effectively well. Look at that slow breaking ball. Are you kidding me? That is a Shohei Ohtani he's used to, and he's a Shohei Ohtani we're used to. Complete control, command of all his pitches. So, yes, he did his last start, not give up a hit, but he really wasn't himself. Tonight was much more like it, and I said it earlier, this guy is on a mission to get that trophy on the mound.
We used to have a future Hall of Famer here who always talked about how much he hated walks and giving free passes. Kershaw hated giving free passes. He'd rather give up a solo home run than give up a free pass. So Shohei's last out, he was upset at the free passes. It was like, listen, oh, he didn't give up a hit. He's like, you see how many free passes I gave? That is frustrating. That's the sign of a guy who wants to get ahead, who's competing, wants to win all the time. And he made it a point. He wasn't going to give up free passes today, or he was really doing his best to really minimize. I guarantee when he looks back, he's going to be upset at that one that he did give up. Like, I gave up a free pass. But at the same time, he still was going out there competing, attacking hitters, being efficient, and was just fun to watch. It really was, as he was utilizing everything. It is really hard as a hitter when you're facing Shohei Ohtani, when he's pitching like this, to sit on any pitch. There's nothing you really sit on. It's one of those where you hope and pray, maybe you guess, you look in a particular area, and hopefully your barrel's able to find it when it actually falls into that area.
On base 5 times, too, by the way. Seriously.
Yeah.
On base 5 times, and he goes out there and does what he does on the mound. We call him the unicorn. Yeah, he's that unicorn.
We should start with Shohei. What he's been able to do, whether it's been this season and the start today, how did you see him just continue to build on the excellence that he's had on the mound this year?
Yeah, today was really good. Today was good. I thought the velocity was there when it needed to be there. Command was better. He wasn't fighting himself as much as he was in the past few outings. Yeah, some sweepers. Used mixing the curveball a little bit. But yeah, I thought he was in a good rhythm, and it was nice that with his bat too, we caught a nice lead, and we're able to kind of really not threaten much. Those guys weren't really. Didn't have much for him tonight.
It seemed like this was just a complete game, a complete effort from the group. But on the offensive side, for someone in specific like Kyle Tucker, was this the best that you have seen from him, whether it was the swing, the quality of at-bats, the results that he got when you look at his numbers this year?
It was a good one. I think tonight, if you look at the swing decisions, he was getting into good counts, swinging at the right pitches. And for him to get a ball, earn that opportunity with the homer, ball middle, and did something with it. And, even the following at bats to get to, 3-2, I think a couple times, and then get a ball down at the bottom and, line 2 singles, just 2 really good pieces of hitting right there on those. And I just felt he looked much more comfortable tonight. So with him, with Alex, his at bats, and obviously with what Shohei did, just a really positive night.
0.7 ERA now through 10 starts. What is he doing to be this effective at preventing runs over this kind of extended period of time?
I think he's really being very selfish with base runners, trying to give up runs. I think a lot of starting pitchers, you feel your way into the game and you give up a couple early, then you bear down. But I've noticed with Shohei, every run is a premium, and he's literally trying to throw a shutout every single time he goes out there, where I don't know if every starter has that mindset.
いかがだったでしょうか。よろしければ高評価、チャンネル登録をお願いします。ご覧いただきありがとうございます。
Bear down. So he's doing a good job of minimizing it from the outset.